Hello everyone, Treecks here. Welcome to the finale of Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart. We're doing 150cc class, the highest difficulty and the fastest moving engine class. And we've got 2 more cups to go, we've 2 more characters to go. We've got him, and we've got him. Yoshi is up next. I love Yoshi, who doesn't love Yoshi? He is a lover of reptiles in general. Of course I'm going to pick the dinosaur. And the turtle for last. Bowser was not really up that list because of him having a very bad card. I'm not going to use the heavyweights on 150cc. You can go screw that. Yoshi and Koopa Troopa are a different story entirely. Speaking of Koopa Troopa, he is Yoshi's rival. Which means I'm going to get pummeled with shells the whole time. Because that's his item. Yoshi's item is the axe, of course, but I can't use the axe as a player. It's a computer player only item. Red shell? No. Yoshi is going to give me a little bit of trouble, I think, because he is the slowest moving character in the game. He is the lightweight variant. Therefore meaning he has high acceleration, but a very low top speed. He moves very slowly. So gaining up on computer players is going to be hard, as you can see. Takes me a while for I even get near Koopa Troopa. But I've passed him now. Alright, let's keep that way. The ranking system is flipping out because of the split paths. I really don't like this track too much. There's too much off-road. I couldn't quite hit him. Doesn't really matter too much now. Because even though Koopa Troopa is my main rival, if I hit him and Donkey Kong Jr. gets second place, he will take over. Because the standings dictate what the rival will be, not the given character. It's not like it's always going to be Koopa Troopa. If Donkey Kong Jr. ends in front of him and he gets in front of him in the standings because of that, Donkey Kong Jr. will take over that rival spot. And throwing shells or throwing bananas doesn't really give much of a difference. It's the same kind of item, so if I am in the position to get Mario or Luigi as my rival, I would do it, because that means they won't be throwing stuff at me. Those are the rivals I prefer the most. That's why I like Koopa Troopa so much, other than his character being. Because Luigi as a rival is pretty neat to have, because he doesn't throw things at you. Right, Chocolate Island 2. This is a track that's mostly challenging in the beginning. Other than that, there's a shortcut here which you can use. And I overshot it, but no matter. Oh! Let him throw his shell before it gets in my way. Really don't like the fact that these computers have infinite items. They just keep pummeling you with it. They don't even need the question mark blocks for them in this game. Thankfully they changed that in modern Mario Kart, where they actually use the same item system as the human players do, making it a lot more fair. That was asking too much of the memory in this time on the Super Nintendo and even the Nintendo 64. And the Game Boy Advance, of course, because Super Circuit uses it as well. It was still impossible to do things like that. Alright, this is an easy victory. He is really close behind me, but I was never really in danger of him passing me. Right, 2 victories now. 6 points ahead, that means, because Koopa Troopa finished second in both races, so the difference is 6 points. I can permit 1 third place now. Even a 4th if I win the race after that. Then we'll still be tied. Right, another challenging course because of the ice physics. This is off-road on a different scale. I really like the second Vanilla Lake. It's one of my best courses. But this one, not so much. This one is really asking for slight errors. And slight errors is something that's punished quickly in 150cc. Well, I still have time to recover. Go away with the stupid blocks. Of course, I'm going to save my shell for the first place. If I have to. If I can, I mean. I won't use it on any of these guys. I can pass them on my own. You, I will hit, and he jumps over. Stupid CPU. I have another one. Oh, I don't have to use it. He got hit by DK's banana. Alright, let's stay focused here. I still win! No, I don't! Dang it, I thought I had it. That was really close, I think. Let's look at the times. 1943, 1945 and 1950. Oh my god. Yeah, those are fun things. We finished right next to each other. Really, really annoying that he passed me. I messed up that final turn, but I thought I can still get first, but no. He was 2 milliseconds in front of me, apparently. But I still have the lead. Hopefully that will stay that way. It usually doesn't after this course, because this is the most hated course for me in the game. Like I mentioned the first time I passed through here on the 100cc. Even on 100cc I couldn't win this one. Damn, those tight turns. I'm already screwing up majorly. I'm glad I'm using Yoshi here, because he is the slowest speed, so I can get a little bit more of control when it comes to these turns. I don't really like the mushroom. Oh, that shell was going on an annoying pace. I was going too fast apparently, so I fell in. But for some reason I'm still in second. Mushrooms are really dangerous to use here. There's not really a lot of good straightaways to use it on. Well, at least let me get second here. That's something I can live with. And I'll tie with Koopa Troopa, and I have enough lives to attempt to win Mario Circuit 4. No. One slight mistake in the turns and immediately 3 people pass you. Come on. Damn those twomps. Not good enough. There's no way I'm getting a gold after that. I have to try again. I really hate this track. No, I'm going to have to go with third then. It does mean that I'm going to have to win the next course. But at least this course I can win, I think. Bowser's Castle 3 is way too chaotic to get a victory out of that. I'm going to have to try here. Come on, leave me alone. Getting bumped around immediately. I'm really far behind already. Gaining up on them is not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem is whenever you get to your next opponent, they always hit you, and that always throws me off. And then of course me not being able to turn in this game, because I always misjudge the turns. And the first two are so far ahead. No way I'm catching up on them. Not with the stupid Bowser and Princess annoying me out of everything. 2 more laps. I screw up a turn again. I am not surprised. But it's still possible. Come on, hitting another player again. Really hate that in this game. I need a red shell next turn. Come on! I can still do this. I can still do it. I'm not going to do it, but I can. So damn close. I can do this. I missed all the items. Not hitting pipes would help. Oh, red shell. I only can get rid of this stupid Donkey Kong Jr. Which I cannot. Oh, gets rid of himself. Man, he's far ahead. No Bowser. I only hope he doesn't jump over it when I throw this. Need to get close behind him. Now, thank you. If you can get a low ranking, I can win the gold on my own. Which I do. No tied first place. See? I can do this. Yeah, thank you for the 1-up I can't use because this was the last track. Yeah, this is hard. But I like it because of it. Gives you frustrations at the moment, but getting it done eventually. 36 points, 31. I was thinking a tie is all I can get out of it. But then the red shell happened. Right. Donkey Kong Jr. on the third place, preventing this from being an all reptile podium. And the one who was 1 second place now, who has been a thorn on my side for this cup, is going to be the next one I'm going to use. Let's do this. Ending off with the credits as well if I do this, because this final cup will give you the credits. Also on 100cc, but I've cut that out because I would like to end the project with the credits if I can, which of course is what I'm going to do. Special cup coming up. Donut Plains 3 being the hardest course by far on the Special Cup. There's no doubt about that. I will not be surprised if I do not win here. This track is really hard to pass up on people. Even getting a 4th place is kind of challenging here, to be honest. Ooh, I 1-star, man. Not going to have any use of it if I keep messing up. Well, that Starman did nothing. Luigi, why are you failing? You're supposed to be my rival. You're behind me now, and I'm in 4th place. No, Luigi, you're going to stay behind me. Or no, I mean, if I win, I want you to be passing up on Yoshi, because I'd rather have you as my rival than Yoshi with his egg throws. And we've seen enough Yoshi from the last cup. Yeah, you can pass Yoshi, but you cannot pass me. I was aiming at Yoshi, I hit Luigi on accident. It isn't really helping right now. I was aiming for Yoshi again. Yoshi is apparently very slippery. Well, I win. Not really the way I wanted, because Luigi got 4th. So I'm going to have to deal with egg throws now. Unless I can get Yoshi out of that 2nd place. But that will give me Princess probably. Well, not really the best way I wanted to start this. I did win, but I did not expect Luigi to take a pommel. I know it was my fault, but I wasn't aiming for Luigi. Let's go to the beach now. Koopa Troopa Beach. It's my home course. Actually, because it's named after Koopa Troopa. One little fun fact, there is actually a technical term in the Mario universe. Beach Koopas. A beach Koopa refers to a Koopa who has no shell. The shellless Koopas, those are called beach Koopas. I don't know why. There's no quote-unquote naked Koopas here, so not really referencing to this. And here we go already with the egg throws. I'd rather have Luigi with his Starman behind me not being able to touch me. Man, who's counting? How many eggs has he thrown already? Man, that red shell took forever to hit him. Well, at least I had a red shell. Hey, Luigi's in 2nd again. I don't think it's going to stay there. Yoshi got thrown really far behind. He's in last place now. Here we go with the poison mushrooms. No Peach. Or Princess, whatever you're called. Luigi's getting 2nd. Yoshi is getting 4th now. Peach is 5th. The rankings are being thrown apart. Because of my shell placement. I'm already making up for my reputation for being a Koopa and my shell use. What did it do to the standings? Yoshi has 7 points now. Luigi has 7 points. Princess and Mario both have 3. It's a mess. Really liking this cup so far. How this is playing out. Especially since it's going in my favor for once. 150cc has a tendency to wreck me. Which it did in the Flower and Star Cup. This is going well. So far. We're not done yet, of course. I can still get pummeled. And I really like the way this card controls. Yoshi's apparently still my rival. Even though Luigi tied with him last course. But apparently it doesn't change that up again. Really, nobody getting hit there. I was pretty sure I was in the exact middle there. And I need to be careful myself. Don't throw your eggs at me. No, it's not entirely in the middle. I can imagine them avoiding it. No matter. I have a little bit of a gap now, so Yoshi can't throw his eggs anymore. Let's keep it that way. That's not going to happen because once again I fail. Oh, thank you for the push. Whoa, that one was really badly aimed. I suck with green shells in this game. I suck with green shells in Mario Kart 8 even. What am I saying? I always suck at green shells. You can't reach me. Yeah, I still win, even though I fell off once. I'm way too good with Koopa Troopa. And once again, I even get a 1-up now, so... Once again, I increase the gap in points. Yoshi it's at 30, now I'm already at 27. With only 2 more tracks to go, so I can't see this going wrong. There's 14 points between us. It's not really the case that I can get 2 4th places and still win. But it is almost the case. I can get 1 3rd place and 1 4th place and it'll still give me gold. So I have a lot of breathing room. And this is the track I like the most in the entire game. Like I mentioned earlier, there's no way I'm not going to win this track. Watch me eat those words. Because once again the CPU is very good at this track as well. Now because of the highest difficulty. I wanted to throw it behind me. Accidentally shot it. I have a mushroom. I'm not going to use it. Unless I have to. This is my reserve item. Let's call it like that. In case I have an emergency. And with emergency I mean people passing me. Who did you hit with that? Luigi? Yeah, I hit Luigi. Now I'm getting pummeled with Toad's poison mushrooms. Well, like I said, there was no way I'm not going to win this track. And with that, we should be done. I only have to get at least a 4th place on Rainbow Road. And the gold is mine. And I did not expect this to go this well, honestly. I expected the Star Cup and the Special Cup to be really hard. The Star Cup ended up being hard. I had to really go deep to win that. But the Special Cup, I'm doing even better than the Mushroom Cup so far. Look at the gap between us. Even if I get last place, I still get gold. That it is not allowed to get a last place, but still. Right, let's go. Final track. Last time it got a little bit of a bad start because of the recording failure that happened on this track. So I didn't do this track the justice that it deserves. Rainbow Road has always been Mario Kart staple. One of the most amazing aspects of Mario Kart. The greatest aesthetic that has ever been created. Which will always be the finale of a Mario Kart game. This track is known for having no railings on nowhere. No railings nowhere. Falling off is always a big danger here. The track even gets very narrow at some points. It is by far the most challenging course, you would normally say. I think Bowser's Castle 3 is still a lot harder to win. It's a lot easier here to just play it carefully and make sure you don't fall off and everything. Gotcha. There's no Waluigi in this game yet. Waluigi for Mario Kart 1. They should re-release this game with characters from now. Waluigi is one of my favorite characters in Mario. If it isn't obvious. Man, even this track is going smoothly. And remember, a 4th place is enough. I do not necessarily have to win, but it would be fun if I get a clean sweep on the... No, I was talking too soon. No Peach. Oh, Red Shell wasn't going for Peach for some reason. Well, like I said, I need to get at least 4th. I'm going to get 4th. Unless like now I'm going to get 4th. I don't care, it's enough. I was getting a little bit too cocky at the end, so I fell off. I don't care. I'm glad the first part of this cup went so smoothly. I could have won this easily if I wasn't going to do a little trick section. I thought, hey, I can do a little slide section there to make some cool drift turns, but I forgot one thing. Rainbow Road isn't really suited for that. Oops. Anyway, I still got a gold. And with that, we've seen enough of this game. We've seen all the tracks twice now. We've seen all the characters. We've seen all the difficulties. We missed the time trials and the 2-player mode in this. But I don't think the time trials really adds to this game because there's nothing to win. And the 2-player mode, yeah, because of being a 2-player mode, it's not happening. Excellent driving. You are now a Super Mario Kart expert. That I am. If you can win a cup like this, then I think you can call yourself an expert. Well, it's credits time. I'm going to silence myself as always during the credits. So enjoy, and I'll see you on the flip side of them. The end. Well, it's been short, only 4 parts, I know, but I still really like doing this, especially that last cup was really fun. It ended up being a very neat little race for me, even though the last course was one little bit of failure too much. But still, yeah, there's not much more content that I can show when it comes to single player, so I'm afraid this is going to be it. I might return here someday when I change my mind and I think I need to 100% everything, but it's only going to do things double, I think. We've seen the 50cc, the 100cc. It's not really necessary to do all cups in them. And like I said, for the future of the Mario Kart projects, there are going to be more difficulties and more cups to do in the later ones, so it's going to be only going to be annoying that I'm going to do too much. So I think out of consistency reasons that I've decided to do those games in 2 runs. 1 run switching off all difficulties, and then 1 final run where I do everything on the hardest difficulty. That's something that I'm going to use in Mario Kart, in F-Zero, and any other racing/sport game that uses this concept, in order to prevent the projects from being too short or from being them too long. I think that's the best way to do it. I've seen other Let's Players do it this way as well. And like I said, out of consistency reasons, I think I'm going to do it with this game as well. So no 50cc on Star Cup and no 100cc on Mushroom and Flower Cup. That would only mean 1 extra video, maybe 2. So it wouldn't lengthen this project too long. And I also don't think doing all the tracks on the time trials would really add too much. The commentary wouldn't be too interesting because of it, because we've seen it all. So what do I have to say about it? So I think it's a good idea to leave it at this. This way we've seen all difficulties, all racers, and all cups. That's all the content this game has to offer for single player. Right, the future. Mario Kart. Next game is Mario Kart 64. I'm not going to do that game just yet. It's going to be a while. We have a lot of more games to cover. But keep your eyes open for that. If you want more Mario Kart action from me, I have a playlist on my channel for the Star Warrior Cup, which me and some of my friends are racing on every month, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so you can always watch those. There's no commentary on those, because it's a stream event, and because of the stream going on and everything, and I have to pay attention to that, commentary is practically impossible for that. But there are more Mario Kart videos on my channel, the most modern one, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so you can always check those out. But when it comes to the Let's Plays, Mario Kart 64 is coming up next on the Nintendo 64, obviously. And there are no games I'm going to skip. I can already say Mario Kart Arcade GP, the one in the arcade, that's obviously not going to happen. So I don't really even count that game. Mario Kart Tour, I'm not too sure about if I'm ever going to cover that, if I get around to it. But all the mainstream games, the 8 main Mario Karts, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Double Dash, Wii, DS, 7 and 8, in the form of 8 Deluxe, of course, the final one. Those are all going to be covered. So there is a future for Mario Kart on my channel. But for now, Super Mario Kart is now completed. I call this project done. And I'll see you for my next weekend project. Next week, I have no idea what it's going to be. I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to do that game now, or if I'm going to squeeze another one in between. But you'll see next week. For now, this project was brought to you by Treecks van Veluwe. I'm signing out. Treecks out.